Hey folks, Mike Barron here. Every time we do a crowdfunder, we place it on Fund My Comic because Luke Stone is a great guy. He's a stand-up guy. And most importantly, Fund My Comic is very comic creator friendly. They won't kick you off if some purple-haired freak writes in and tells them to kick you off. His fees are also very low. I recommend Fund My Comic for any comic or graphic novel projects you intend to do.
In the middle of the night or early Friday morning, depending upon where you are in the world, a group of experienced comics professionals get together to examine and instruct about the art form that they love. That's great comic artwork on Comics by Night, Fridays at 5 a.m. Eastern, here on the Indie Comics Network, indiecomicsnetwork.com.
What was that? This is not a charade.
Good morning.
What a crowd.
What a crowd. It is a Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
And it is July 18th. Can you guys believe it?
No, time
we are.
When you're old, yeah.
Yeah, time just flies, just goes right by. You guys see this? Using this tumbler.
There you
Fun
go.
to my
Oh, sweet! Look at that.
Yeah.
Merch.
You can get this. Yep.
Yeah.
You can get this over on Fund My Comic if you just search gear or something like that. Fun My Comic gear,
Search for merch.
Yeah, search for merch.
Has my coffee in there. Delicious coffee this morning. This morning I am using creamer. It's called Southern style butter pecan or something like that.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's amazing.
Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
We don't
I
have
like
Glenn
my coffee.
today.
Yeah.
Glenn is working. No Glenn today. We might have another panelist pop in at some point to chat. We don't have a whole lot planned today.
There's a lot of news.
There's a lot of news. There's a lot going on.
There is.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Oh boy.
Hey, boy.
Pedro's laughing.
Yeah. For once, Pedro gets to laugh at our country.
Oh, dude. Look, no, don't get me wrong, but there's America. It's a funny country in a good way. Like there's always something to laugh about, but it's not laughing at you. It's laughing with you. But yeah, this week it's laughing at. Yeah.
This is why the aliens don't directly contact us,
Yeah.
because we are their ant farm. They sit there and point and laugh
Oh, dude.
at
You
the whole
imagine?
world. Look at these
crazy.
guys. It's funny. Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's insane.
Yeah. Little housekeeping though before we get started.
Mm.
Do a little housekeeping.
Grab a broom.
Housekeeping.
Grab a broom.
Want me fluff your pillow?
Fluffy pillow. Oh, dude. Tommy Boy is the best movie ever.
Never had a maid offer to fluff my pillow.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out LukeStoneStudios.com.
There you go.
I've got some cool stuff on the merch store right now.
Yeah.
I added a new design. In Jesus' name, I play with a dulcimer.
Nice.
For some of my dulcimer friends out there. We got all that hybrids gear.
That's cool.
And all the way down here at the bottom, you can get the aforementioned Fun My Comic gear that I just brought up. Look, here's a nice water bottle.
Yeah.
There's that tumbler.
There you are.
Some Fun My Comic hats. Look at all that good stuff. That mug. It's a great mug. It's a great mug.
That's a great
Oh, dude,
mug.
that Hybrids t-shirt is something else.
Which one?
Look at that one. Yeah.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that's throwing me off is the insincere smiles of the models. It's just like
Well, yeah, they don't mean it.
nobody smiles like that. It's just,
They don't mean it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. They don't mean it. If you're into cosplaying out there,
yeah.
we've got the cosplay leggings and rash guard shirts for Ion and Chlorine.
There you go.
Yeah. Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah.
It's a little starter pack for you.
Me
Fun
like
for
it.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Got the blanket. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of these.
Yeah.
I don't think we need them anymore.
They represent an era.
An era, yeah. And this is more like just an Antifa mask now, I think.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yep.
Or yeah, if you're planning on robbing a bank or
Hybrids,
something.
Yeah, you might need it for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we got plenty of stuff up there, so you can check that out. Also, you're
Backpacks,
going to
too.
make sure
That's
to
cool.
yeah, backpacks too, all kinds of stuff, hats, jackets. This jacket's really warm. I love that one.
Nice.
Yep, love that one.
Just what I need in this tropical weather.
This is my favorite shirt to wear. This crop top, by the
Yeah.
way.
Oh yeah. You look.
When I'm
you-
feeling a little sassy, I just
Yeah, exactly.
I just
You
throw
wanna
that
feel
one on.
sexy? Yeah.
I just throw that one on. You know, when I'm feeling a
Show
little sassy.
some belly button action. Just
Yeah, so all
and go to
kinds
the
of stuff
grocery
there.
store. Yeah.
Also, this is cool. You can download the STL files
Oh, nice.
to 3D print your own Trash Man bust.
Mm.
Yeah. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Yep. And then if you're into Dulcimer stuff, I've got some more gear up there. Also, don't forget to check out aerocomics.store.
Oh yeah.
Arrow
We
Comics.
have this members access. We're getting ready to add a physical like shirt to the
Nice.
Archer Golds setting.
Few of them.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add a shirt where you can get a free shirt for that. Yeah, this is cool. Right now we've got a couple of members, but could always use more. Give access. We're updating it regularly. So that's good stuff. We're also going to be putting on a merch store where you
Merch.
can get the Arrow logo on different stuff. So I hope to have that up very soon.
Should make
something to wear.
a design with a variety of our characters on it.
I want an arrow
Yeah.
baseball cap, man.
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah,
in
we're
my
gonna
life.
get all of that. All of that's gonna be available right there. It's gonna be available worldwide shipping, and it's gonna be available on demand. So Randy won't have
Yeah.
to be
You don't
taking
have to
extra
wait on
work.
me to print the things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
White
gonna be
humans for us subhumans.
yeah
Me
yeah
and
it's gonna
Russ.
be
Yeah.
yeah it's gonna be all automated, and so yeah, we're gonna make sure that that you guys can get it and get it fast. You don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Don't have to wait on us.
Yeah. It's
So
not,
yeah,
it's
so
not
it's gonna,
Randy's feet.
yeah, it's gonna run the same way my store runs, which is
I didn't know that FMC mug existed, or I would have bought one by now.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
It makes
yeah,
it
go
makes your
check that
coffee
out.
taste like adventure. Yeah. Just,
Yeah.
It does. It's like
Yeah.
it's I mean, I got a lot of fun stuff on there. Look at all that stuff.
Look at that mug.
Yeah.
Look at that bank
yeah,
robbing mask. Actually, marketing wise,
I got a Luke Studios candle.
There you go.
They are. What's it smell
Oh,
like?
It's
Smell like Luke.
it smells like sadness and desperation.
It
Smells like no. It smells like victory
like victory
It smells like victory.
in the morning.
in the morning.
Truthfully, it smells like Ben Gay and insulin. Is what it smells.
Napalm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Napalm in the morning. It just-
No, it's scentless. It's I think it doesn't. I don't think it has a scent at all. But I was
that's
just
no
like
fun.
kind of playing around with that. I know. I was just playing around with it, and it made its way to the store. Every time I make something new, it automatically gets put up there, and sometimes I leave it. Yeah, this metal mug, the ceramic and metal mug is great.
Oh, it's metal?
$13.50.
You can't microwave
one's metal.
it, huh? Yeah.
Well, you should be able to a little bit.
Oh,
but
there's a mug.
I'm getting ready to do another Fund My Comic mug up there as well.
There's a tumbler. Oh, you got a pint glass too?
You can throw that. You can throw that.
Oh, yeah,
FMC
that's the,
over on the Arrow store too, if you want.
I will, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not a. Oh, that's a toque. Okay, that's cool.
That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
That almost looks like you there modeling.
Like
What,
who?
this one?
No,
Like
the other
Luke.
one.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy
Yeah,
right
that
there.
looks like
Yeah,
Luke.
that guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy right there.
I was about to say, no, I don't look like that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
that's
the
for
standard
inflation?
FMC shirt that we send
Yeah,
out
there you
to
go.
people.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
There's a tumbler. There's the baseball cap. Oh, that's
Yeah, the
awesome.
baseball caps are nice.
How big are the sizes on those shirts?
They go
Not
big.
big
Do they
enough.
go any larger than extra large?
I mean, in this
4X.
in this climate,
4X?
It's better.
4X on that one, yeah. 4X on that one.
like
These
'em
Fund My
loose.
Comic shirts.
yeah.
Fund My
that-
Comic
that-
shirts go pretty big too.
You know,
So
that,
this
that's
is my
something I find
this is
funny,
my
man.
favorite shirt right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It's my
dude.
favorite
Yeah,
one.
that looks good. It looks
It
really
goes all the way
good.
up to 5X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5X, yeah.
That's one of the funny things that puts things in perspective. Like we're a poor world right now. Not even like a poor country, but the world is poor. But shirts go all the way up to 5X,
Yeah, heck yeah.
which means we're fat and poor. That makes no
We're
sense.
fat
to me.
and poor. No, here's why is because of all the junk we eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Because unhealthy food is way cheaper than healthy food.
Yeah.
It costs
And
like $7-8 for a salad. I can get a cheeseburger for $1.
Dude, but can't you go to the grocery store and just buy like a celery stalk and munch on that? Wouldn't that be cheaper?
That would be
That's
too healthy.
disgusting.
Yeah.
That would be too healthy.
Just buy like a beet and turn that into a murder scene.
people want to eat. They want to eat food.
Yeah.
Good food too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that lets out most of fast food then.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
does. Yeah, it does.
You're gonna want to
Right.
rinse it. Come on.
Yes, we have a lot to talk about today.
Our
Yeah.
local
It's a nutty
McDonald's
day.
seems to specialize in cardboard and grease. That's about
Hey,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
we
we
cannot.
got Comics Crusader and Ross on the chat. How you guys
Yeah.
doing?
In the
Welcome,
house.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be sure to share out the link. So, a couple of things that you might notice is we are not streaming to Facebook or Twitter or X right now.
Okay.
So the groups don't want to connect to anymore.
Why is
I
that?
can't-
It's
I don't know. I
wild.
can't get them to connect anymore to Facebook. I can stream to my own personal, but I can't stream into the group anymore.
It's election year, man.
Wow.
And
Probably what it is,
Yeah,
too.
I can't connect. Yeah, it won't connect. And we kept every episode we're getting hit, and Facebook's taking them down. No matter what we talk about, they're taking them down. And you can no longer.
explanation, they're just taking them down.
Yeah, they're like some violation or whatever.
Maybe they think your music is copyrighted.
Maybe. And the other thing is X won't allow you to stream there unless you pay for the premium account. And I'm just kind of overpaying for stuff that I used to get for free. You know,
Yeah.
I just don't want to do that. Like,
Sorry, Elon, but
yeah, we all got to cut corners somewhere. You know,
and we understand you want to make money, but holy crap, come on.
yeah. But yeah, so it doesn't.
But hot damn.
The numbers were skewed there because it made us feel like we had more views live than what we honestly did, because it was counting impressions. So if someone scrolled over it, it would count as an impression, like someone viewed it. So that's
would
not
hurt,
really
yeah.
that's not the metric I'm looking for. I'm looking for how many people are with me live right now,
That's
Yep.
not reality.
and that's what matters.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what matters to me, is so
I
I
hear
know who I'm talking to. So it wasn't giving me a true look of kind of who we had out there. So, which honestly, I've seen a big decline in the viewership for the show.
Mm.
It makes me wonder if we shouldn't consider taking the bacon off the fryer.
Well,
Makes
I
me
mean,
wonder
it's a possibility. It's a
if that's not the
possibility.
best thing to do. I feel like maybe people's bellies are full of what we
bacon.
have to offer. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the chat will let us know
Yeah.
if you want us to keep this thing going.
Or they
Yeah,
won't.
I'm looking on YouTube at some of these comic sites that are hitting, 4 or 5K, and the information they're spewing out is so terrible. I just shake my head
Right.
and go, "That's not how that works." That's just
Well,
you're
they're
just full of shit,
they're working
you know?
with
Oh,
they're
excuse me.
working with the
Oh, crap.
algorithms.
Yeah,
They're working with the algorithms. They're
that what
they're
it is?
doing exactly. Yeah, it's all about. Well, people don't want the positive stuff so
that's
much
true, too.
anymore.
Everybody wants to troll.
Everybody, yeah. Oh, they love to troll. They love to troll.
They like the troll and hot lava. Just
Drama.
people love watching lava and volcanoes exploding and all that.
Oh, they
Morning
do.
bacon here.
It's
Welcome back, Luke.
It's their best. It's their best. They love that stuff. Yeah, right now, well, YouTube, I'm noticing all the videos are boring, by the way. So, right now on YouTube, we're seeing a lot of people analyzing what happened on Saturday, which we're going to talk about here in a second.
Oh,
We're going to talk about that in a minute. And I'm seeing a lot about Caitlin Clark, which I'm a big fan of Caitlin Clark. Well, Caitlin, the Iowa basketball player.
We're going to talk sports.
Yeah.
No wonder our numbers are dropping.
And then she went to the I'm not, but that's what's on YouTube.
Oh.
And what I'm noticing is people like to sensationalize everything. Like they try to attribute quotes to people that people didn't say. They try to make drama that doesn't exist. And as a person that's actually following like what's going on in those areas, like I see some of these cards and some of the clickbaity stuff, and I'm like, I'm not going to watch your video because I know that's not the
that's
case.
not what's happening.
And what you're talking about happened like 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
And that didn't even happen the way that you're saying it.
Not only
said
that,
that,
but
so.
I've caught my recommendation algorithm just really going to crap at the moment. You really
Oh,
got to
yeah.
watch everything when it was posted, what they're saying, and that I'm zoning out on more videos now that don't tell me something I don't already know.
Right.
And that drives me crazy.
I'm watching a lot of funny shorts.
Yeah.
I'm watching a lot of music videos, like music and things like that. I try to, because most of it's not political, unless you're into that McDonald guy,
Tom.
that rapper, Tom McDonald.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, he is a great rapper. Whether you like his content or not, you have to admit that dude can straight spit bars.
Okay. We're
Yeah.
talking music.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm catching up with one of my all-time favorite bands that I haven't heard from like since
Yeah.
2014.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No, Goat Whore, and they're a black metal band from Louisiana, and dude, they're just amazing. I just love what they do because it's like black metal, but
Throw a link so we can let our viewers
but
check
it's
them out.
groovy. I don't know. It's not for everybody. I mean, with a name like Goat Whore,
Doesn't matter.
You never know.
Doesn't matter.
okay, I'm gonna check.
Al's
it out.
over here
No, no,
saying
no.
drama sells, clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should be mean and mean-spirited and drama-ridden.
Nah, dude, that kind
I
of
don't. I just can't.
Yeah.
See, I can't bring
Vinegar
myself to
spike.
do that.
I do that enough.
I can't bring myself to do that.
Wife says ever
Um,
since I woke up, I've been grumpier than ever. So
I mean, I can do that, but if there's like a tee hee 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 at the end of it, with
Yeah.
no tee hee hee, it's just nah.
Right. Thank you for the $10 super chat.
Holy crap.
Hey, yeah.
You know what that means?
Yeah.
What that means? Flip the bird. Koopa saying, don't give up now. There are so few positive shows right now. If I look at the numbers, I would give up today.
True.
Stay the course.
And
Yeah,
I also have to add that ever since Piscor did what he did,
Yeah.
the attitude, there's been a whole sea change in independent comics that really breaks my heart.
Yeah,
And it shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And people are going to have to crawl themselves out of this depression and start looking at what they love. We're running into some really rough times, and it's not just the political climate either; it's the economic climate as well.
Yeah.
And whenever the going on that gets rough, good comics always sell well. Comics have always been an accessible media for folks to run to escape from. And it's that stuff. That's why I do those podcasts that I do, showing off
Randy,
all of this early stuff so that people
Randy,
can
I want to tell
away.
you guys something. I want to tell you guys something because right now, if you want to see something uplifting, look up to Argentina.
Who?
Argentina, the country.
Oh yeah.
Cry for me, Argentina.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, that country came from a crisis of lefty policies that basically impoverished the country for 60 years.
Mhm.
In 1 year of a libertarian, in 6 months of a libertarian government, they're in the black now. They're still poor, but they don't owe us much. They just balanced
Right.
everything in 6 months.
Yeah.
So
There's hope, man.
Yeah, so it's a matter of, dude, like, waking people up to the fact that there's no free meals.
Yeah.
We all need
Right,
to work.
right.
Yeah.
And
So-
everybody who's selling you smoke, it's only that smoke. There's nothing behind that. So
So look, indies are doing well. DC is down.
exactly.
Yeah. Sales results are in for comic stores for spring 2024. They were mixed based on sales information and our interviews with retailers in different areas of the country. Sales on Marvel Comics and independent publishers, especially Image Comics, were up.
Nice.
But DC Comic sales were down, behind a reduction in title count.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. They reduced the number of titles.
Yeah.
Sales are going to be down.
And the thing is, like, isn't DC like Batman only right now?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Mostly, yeah, but they're trying to change that. But they're they're having a rough time with their talent base, which is, I guess, I would,
Yep.
Whose
in
fault
my
is that,
opinion, it's deserved. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Bob Schaefer of Dragon's Lair in San Antonio, the store with the top comic volume in the chain, laid out some of his best sellers, Ultimate Spider-Man and Transformers. Still two of the best-selling comic books. Those are the two everyone's been talking about, right?
Yeah.
So September, they are shipping the trade of that Spider-Man. I've already got that pre-order. I've already pre-ordered it on Amazon, waiting for it to get here. Transformers, people are really talking about how good this book is. So obviously those two are good, right? But he says because people just really like the books, he said, we're still selling a large quantity of that. Batman and X-Men, Wolverine, Spawn, even with the line expansion that McFarlane's done, it has been very steady because he keeps the price point down to $2.99.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
See, there it is. Here is going to be the kicker. It's going to be your price points, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I
But
mean,
we're also seeing
Red
distillery
City-
books,
Yeah.
distilleries selling well.
Okay. Nice.
And distilleries also aren't they doing this thing where, like where it's a low cost first issue or something like that?
I don't
Did
know.
we read about?
I don't know. I
There
haven't
was
read
somebody
any
else
of
that was
their
doing
work.
that.
I've been meaning to hit a comic shop and see if I can find some just to read it.
But here's what they're saying: the rest of the distillery books, the first issues all seem to do very well, and the rest of the series will sell steadily. But there's a big drop between number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
It's partly a result of the oversized format that's hurting them and the higher price points.
Yeah,
higher price points.
The big grub is always number 2. It's just
It is, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Usually, yes.
yeah.
That's what she said.
Because I don't have a poop joke.
She's
Yeah.
I wish I had a poop joke. I need
You
a
got
poop joke clip.
You need a poop joke.
That's what I need.
It's necessary.
Do it!
Yep, that's a poop joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that this distillery is not getting, even Ghost Machine also isn't getting very much traction in the press. I'm not reading or seeing anything about them, no reviews or anything. I've seen a couple on Ghost Machine from what's his name, Wes and Critical Thinking, talking about that they're actually good books. That makes me want to go and try to look them up, but I haven't heard any reviews of distillery stuff.
Yeah, me either. So DC cut their lines pretty substantially and leaned more into variant covers. And we know that they had the variant cover
great.
guy that was
Yeah.
using AI.
Mm-hmm.
Those are higher prices, man.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt them.
Yeah. AI needs to eat too.
Well, if you want your market to be people that don't read your stuff and just slab it, I guess that's where you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
The retailers are upset about the long break in Image Saga run.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess that book was doing quite well.
Well, I've got my own.
yeah.
I've got my own critique of that book. I was thinking about doing a video
Okay. Nice.
just to do it.
Here's what they're saying: the people who are already buying comics are still buying comics.
Yes.
but they're coming in less and less often.
Mhm.
This is Hibbs.
Yeah.
That's because they have pull lists. These retailers will pull, requests for customers, stash them in a box, so that there's not a hurry to hit the stores anymore every week like there used to be. They can come in once a month and pick up all their books.
This is for the most part, they're only buying what's already in their box.
Yeah.
Just what you said, their pull list. Then moving on immediately, which is not good for the state of comics.
No,
And whose fault is that, though?
that's very true because
Yeah.
the distributor has trained these retailers
Mm-hmm.
to buy the same, and not to look at the independent books
Yeah, exactly. Like
or the
basically,
non-exclusive books.
yeah, they give the hamster the wheel, and then they get mad because the hamster won't stop running on that wheel. Like if you
Exactly.
want to change the behavior of the customer, you have to give them incentives.
Yeah.
That's how humans work. Incentivize a change in behavior. Just ugh.
So Robinson described similar trends with the Graham Cracker store. So the store subscribers level are holding steady, which is miraculous considering the number of longtime subscribers and old timers that we're losing due to their frustration with publishing schedules, prices, variant covers, and variant cover behavior, and so on.
They're being very kind here.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
frustration isn't with because Marvel used to have a rough publishing schedule. They've always been jacking up prices. The variant covers is a whole nother story, but a lot of their problems is the content of these books. Your actual
Yeah.
readers are abandoning
boring.
because they're bored. You get the same people working in the same Chat GBT program for their scripts. They don't want to read them.
No.
After a while, there's no soul left in these books. There's no heart. There's no art.
I check
the
in every
writing.
once in a while, and if you check so there's a Superman book, talk about Lois, and they're having like this press conference, and
Oh yeah, so that page.
the art seems uninspired, the coloring is drab, and the text, just the story is like a whole page that didn't seem to progress the story, not even an iota.
Yeah.
Right, and it just based on that and that alone, I'm like, oh, I don't really want to check that book out.
Yeah.
It's not a good look, man. It's not. It's
It looks like an Erline brochure. That's what that page looked like. Like it's just like an information of like, bleh, but no soul.
Just wasn't exciting.
Yeah,
It wasn't
the,
exciting.
The faces didn't even match what they were saying. Like there was no acting. I mean, it had nothing. It was boring.
A lot of these artists don't even own a copy of How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way.
Mm-hmm.
That talk about how to make a dynamic story and a dynamic page, and they think they know what they're doing because they attended a class in community college on sequential art and their comics, and they just run off at it. It's just
and they just number 2 all over it.
it's sad. Yes,
They did it again. Huh.
I'm lowering prices for the next campaign. I planned that last year before it got worse. Hojo says, "Yeah,
But we're going to have to. So I have some predictions, and I'm going to talk about those
Uh-oh.
today. Let's
Uh-oh.
chat with him a little bit.
Uh-oh.
But so we have to talk about the elephant
I don't
in the
have
room.
I don't have my crystal ball handy. So.
Somebody took a shot at Trump.
Yeah.
It's the first
That's
man
not
I've
a
ever met
prediction.
that literally dodged a bullet.
Yes.
Like literally.
Oh my god.
You know, I've looked at this thing. 10 Ways to Tuesday,
Just because he
And,
tilted his head too, and that wasn't something that.
and
know,
he went off script. Like
Yeah.
he just decided to put a chart up.
Yeah.
And he like broke script because he wanted to do something else.
Yeah.
And he just did that. And as he turned his head, that bullet would have hit him here.
Yeah.
You know,
In the back of the head.
like, yeah.
there are
and
there
just-
are diagrams out there that show the trajectory of where it would have hit if he hadn't moved his head at
Yeah.
the last minute, and
now
he would have
there's-
lost a section of his skull. That's what he would have done.
Yeah, dude. Just as I
But
just said, like this is a Matrix moment. He was when
Yeah, it was.
Well, just
Like
wow.
he keeps saying, there was luck and
Involved.
yeah.
He's
guidance
on
up
by
there.
the grace of God. It was
Yeah.
God's
Yeah.
grace that look, if anybody has
Just
that kind of moment, they're
share-
gonna
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, wow, that was God. But
Yep.
then some people get upset because they feel like they're Christians, right? And then they want to be like, but I wanted Trump dead.
That's not the question.
That's
right?
not
It's
Christian
not
at all. Yeah.
It's not, but it's. I mean, how many? I saw so many people that wish that the shooter had hit, right, and
Yeah.
vocalized this. So, are you guys familiar with this thing called the
Yes.
Overton window?
Despicable. No.
I want to bring up this thing. It's called the Overton window, and here's a nice little diagram of what it looks like. So,
At least it's
this is a
not a Venn
Wikipedia
diagram.
page.
Yeah.
It's not a so the Overton window. It's the range of policies politically acceptable to the mainstream population at a given time. It's also known as the window of discourse, right?
Okay.
So as you can see here, saying things unthinkable, saying things radical, things acceptable, sensible, popular, policy, popular, So it can go left to right. It's the pendulum that I talk about, right? And for a long time, we've had some radical left pull that Overton window over to really, really far, and they really tried to hold it there. But something happened Saturday. People realized that, holy crap, the things we say matter. So here's this 20-year-old kid takes a shot at the president, former president, front runner for the next election, right? Because there's an entire group of people that say that he is the antithesis of democracy, that he is going to destroy our country for destroy life as we know it, get rid of all these kind of things, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, looking back at his first 4 years, we know that's not true.
Yeah,
He would have
that
done it
didn't
his
happen at
first
all.
term,
Yep.
right? So why would he do it this time? If we're using that as an example, right? Fair amount of gaslighting, but there's so impressionable young people, and that's what happened. This impressionable young person.
It's called fear mongering.
Yeah,
It's not
it is. called
gaslighting. It's
fear-mongering.
fear mongering.
But Luke,
It is.
Luke, and Randy, I have a question for you guys. Like, why do you call Trump former president, but you still call Obama, Bill Clinton, and all those guys
Former president. No,
They just
former
call him
president.
president. Yeah.
I still call him
Either,
former president.
either that or by his name, Donald Trump
Yeah.
or Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, they
I'll still
always
call him
former
president.
president, but they say like Obama, they go President Obama. Like that's something that you don't really lose. That I only seen that with Trump.
No,
And-
that happens with everybody. You just notice it
Yeah.
with Trump. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
the
They
Overton window
refer
is
to
most-
Obama a lot of times as former President Obama or just Obama
Yeah.
in general because everybody
Yeah.
knows who he is by that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Overton window has moved so far to the left that taking a crap is now far right. Yeah.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like right
But
now,
we're seeing it move, okay? So here's what happened. People came out in groves making wishes of death, right?
Ooh, yeah.
And people are losing their jobs over this.
They're
So-
showing how despicable they are as human beings. Yeah.
Right. So famously, Jack Black and Kyle Gass of Tenacious D were in
Yeah.
Australia, and they had a concert, and they were doing this thing, blowing out candles on a cake. And Jack asked Kyle, "What are you wishing for?" for him not to miss Trump next time, and blows out the candle. That was not taken well by the audience. Wasn't taken well by wasn't taken well by anyone with decency, right? So I've always been kind of a neutral person, but because of this Overton window, I'm far right, I guess, right? So, but as it starts to move back, I'm going to wind up still being middle, and at some point, it's going to move so far to the other way that I'm going to be considered left, right? But so in this, so right away, okay, this is going to be difficult for some people to hear. The rhetoric has been so normal to support the left and to say really despicable things about other human beings in our country because they believe, because they have a conservative view, that there are bad people out there that are just evil-hearted that are at the center of that. But there's a lot of people that they're not bad people.
Yeah,
they're just going along with what's socially acceptable because their moral compass only points to what is acceptable. They don't have a deeper moral compass that says, no, that's a line I'm not willing to cross, right?
Yeah.
So as these people start changing their minds, we're going to have to forgive them. We're going to have some grace, right?
Right.
But it is coming. And we're seeing that right away. Jack Black is like, we're canceling our thing. I'm sorry. We're putting off creative endeavors. Kyle Gass's management dropped him.
Yeah, I consider that to be Black's basically coming around or realizing what the hell happened.
Yeah. He's like, crap. He's like, yeah.
To me, Jack Black has always been a dollar store Chris Farley.
Yeah.
I never really
come on
liked
now.
that.
Hey, come on now. Stop.
Everybody
Stop
deserves a certain sense of, window there where they actually realize, I
where
made
they have a moment to.
guess what? Boom, we're done.
Yeah. And you know what? And I don't want to hold them.
Yeah.
Unlike what's happened to people on the right for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really hard for these people that have been canceled already not to want to turn around and cancel. Now, I think, if you're a school teacher and you're saying that, on social media that you think that Trump should have been killed, then maybe you shouldn't be teaching our kids. I think, maybe you should lose your job, right? If you're working at Home Depot and you say that, I really don't give a crap. You're working at Home Depot.
Wait,
you're not the company. You're not the company.
Are you cutting lumber at the Home Depot? Because if you are, and you're working with like dangerous machinery, maybe you should do. No, that's right.
Maybe if you're wishing death on people, maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I don't know. I don't know if he has remorse or not, but I am a fan of Jack Black and Tenacious D. I have been for years. Right?
Yeah.
It is my particular brand of humor, and I love it. I really do. I really do. Right? I'm willing to forgive after a certain amount of time. Like, I believe in forgiveness. I think that's why the whole grace and Christianity thing works for me. Because if y'all judge me on who I was, or even some of the things that I think, I'm a despicable person.
Yeah.
But thank God, by the grace of God, that's not the thing. But this Overton window is moving, right? And here's something that made me think about that today. This affects comic books, right? So here's something that happened on X. Mark Waid, who is also...
Ray of Sunshine?
Mark Waid, Chris Samney team up to Batman and Robin Year One, right? So we've got 12 issues coming out. This was just announced on July 17th, talking about this. And then Mark Waid comes out. He comes out the other day, 12 hours after the
incident.
The incident. He says, "I pray that the shooter was wearing an RFK Jr. T-shirt." What? And then he follows that up an hour later, like, if you're just tuning in, some expletive idiot with expletive eyesight just clinched the election for Trump. Expletive, right?
Oh, so edgy.
The internet, like it did for the teacher, like it did for Tenacious D, like it did, people were like, whoa, 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 a line has been crossed. That's not human, that's not decent. Like, the Overton window is moving, right? Rather than accept that and apologize. Look what this guy does. Because right-wing lunatics and Comicsgate incels have made a campaign today of sickly twisting my condolences. Those were condolences?
Yeah, really.
About yesterday's tragedy into claims that I cheer political violence. Dude, your own words.
Yeah.
Don't gaslight people. Here's what happened. When that bullet missed Trump, everyone says, I'm done being gaslit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter if you're on the right, the left, the middle, wherever you're at, I'm done being gaslit. And it's changing the scope of it's moving that Overton window.
Yeah.
Largely, it's moving that, right? He goes, I have deleted my post. I will not give them any fuel to spread their disgusting lies.
Yeah.
But, there's screenshots, Bob. We could see it. We know what you did, right?
Yeah, bro.
So
Once it's on the net, it's there forever. That's why you should always
yeah.
think twice before you post something.
here's the difference between
like your
Jack
movie
Black and Kyle Gass and Mark Wade. Kyle Gass said, look, I'm sorry. I tried to make a joke and it was inappropriate. I'm sorry. Right? Jack Black's like, look, I was blindsided. That was not appropriate. We do not condone that. That's and just to show you how serious the band's basically breaking up is what he said. Band's breaking up. We're not going to do the tour anymore. Because now whether that's just damage control or whatever, they at least showed some kind of something.
Constriction is the word?
Yeah.
Yeah, and does he actually think that RFK would support that? I mean, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
RFK's brother.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much insensitivity. Brothers.
Yeah.
Insensitivity of what Mark said, right?
Yeah. This isn't the first time, though, he's done insensitive things. And he still gets work.
He's not even
And
middle
that's
aged.
the problem with
now.
That's the problem with the comic book industry. For the last 10 years, they've been pushing out anybody with an iota of conservative viewpoints. One of my favorite artists out there, is Aaron Lopresti. Aaron Lopresti is a really decent human being. He doesn't say an ill thing about anybody. He's just a Christian and a conservative, and they pushed him out of the industry. The only place he had to go was Comicsgate.
Yeah.
Now, as of late, Comicsgate, I think, is kind of moving away. I think it's dissolving. It's more of Ethan's brand now than anything. And if you're part of Ethan's brand, then yeah, you're still really using the hashtag and doing that. But if you're really not part of his circle and part of his brand, then the name doesn't mean much to you these days. It's kind of...
Well, that's the Mark Wade. Incels. Anyway.
Right, but to anyone that wants to try to weaponize it, it does. But to the populace in comic books, that was pushed out for a either a religious view or political view of some point. This is the attitude and the spirit that has been in the comic industry for the last decade and a half, maybe 2 decades. That's caused such an issue, which is why the industry is failing and hurting.
And these people continue to fail and fail upwards too, which is irritating.
Yeah, but we can fix it by moving this Overton window and saying, you know what, rhetoric like this is not acceptable.
Yeah.
Like, this is not okay. This was not a condolence. This was not, feeling sorry for... That's not what this was. This was you doing the same thing that you do in the Whisper back rooms. Keeping people from getting jobs because they voted, because they wore a MAGA hat, some bull crap like that. Dude, wear whatever hat you want. Honestly, I don't even care how a person votes. I support plenty of Democrats. I really do. I still bought Tenacious D's album knowing that Jack Black went and was at a rally to raise money for Biden. I don't support Biden, but guess what? I don't care. They're allowed to support those people. And then likewise, I guess at the Republican National Convention, you've got Amber Rose, the model.
Yeah.
Which she was never on my radar before. I didn't even know anything about her. But
I don't even know who that is.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that lady.
Well, then you're not a fan of curves. That lady's got curves.
No, dude, that has nothing to do with curves. It's just like what she how she presented herself before this.
Right. Yeah.
It's
That's probably why she was never on my radar. Yeah. She's not really my but she's kind of switched and there's a new demographic reaching, conservative values, and I'm not going to hold her past against her. And I don't think that, anybody else should either. And so I've noticed a lot of kind of right-wing people coming in and doing the same thing that the left wing has been doing.
Yeah.
And when the Overton window, I think it's now look, even I even have to call them wrong. It's like, dude, you got to shut up. You got to zip it, dude.
Yeah.
Like we are not, we're not doing this. It's done. I'm not gonna support that either, right? So it's crazy, but so what? I don't know if you guys know this or what happened. Besides the Mark Waid thing, is let me look up. You guys know what Sticker Mule is? You've probably heard of it.
Yeah.
Right? I've bought stickers from him. Who here's bought stickers? Have you bought stickers from him?
No, I haven't, but I try to get as much stuff locally done as possible.
Neither have I.
Right. So, Sticker Mule, apparently they came out. Well, not apparently, they did come out. The co-owner
Yeah.
came out and supported Donald Trump.
Made an announcement, showed the photo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Made an announcement,
Said that-
showed the photo.
Guess what? He's
Here.
got people here that support both parties.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep them from having employment.
Yeah, right here we go.
Yeah.
I don't care what your political views are, but the
Exactly.
hate for Trump and his supporters has gone too far. People are terrified to admit they support Trump, and I've been scared myself. Americans shouldn't live in fear. I agree, all points. Agree on
Yeah.
all points. I support Trump.
That's
Many
our
at Sticker
job.
Mule do.
Yep.
Many at Sticker Mule do. Many at Sticker Mule also support Biden. Okay,
Right.
I get it. That's fine. The political hate needs to stop. Nothing wrong, right?
100%.
Yeah. Today a bullet almost killed Donald Trump. He's got 5 kids,
Yep.
one still a teenager.
Yep.
No one should have to die and sacrifice the happiness of their family to run for office.
Yep.
Donald Trump can risk that. The least the rest of us can do is vocalize our support and help end the hate. And I get what he's saying here, and it's right. People have been afraid politically to say where they stand, right?
Yeah.
And I
Because they're
have
going
a
to get
point
canceled,
make
they're going to
here.
lose their jobs. I mean, there's secret Republicans, conservatives in Hollywood, secret conservatives in comic books.
Yeah.
I've talked to them at comic conventions. Like they're like, yeah, I can't, but we can't talk about that because we'll get blacklisted. And it's stupid that that's even a thing that happens, right?
Yeah, but look, I have a point to make here.
Sure.
America, you can't have everything. Living in fear is our thing, okay?
That's
Black America lives in fear.
That's cultural appropriation,
Yeah,
baby.
come on, man.
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
The more people realize that kind-hearted, compassionate people support Trump, the sooner the hate will end. Amen to that.
Yeah.
I'm speaking up today, and I will do more in the future to stop the insane political hate. Awesome people all over the world love Trump. Don't limit your friendships and diminish your happiness
Oh, I love
by
that.
indulging in political hate.
Amen.
Vocalize your support. Stop the hate.
Yep.
Amen. And then he sent it out in an email.
Yeah.
He used his email list to send out to the business, and people went nuts.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. How can you be sensible? Jesus.
So people are upset that he used the company's platform to express his support for Trump.
To stop the hate.
To stop
I didn't
the
even
hate.
I didn't even take it as a statement that he was supporting Trump as much as he was giving
Yeah.
a call to stop the hate. And people just continue piling on.
Right.
It's ridiculous and sad.
Here's somebody that says, no matter someone's political views, peace and liberty must prevail over immoral violence and authoritarianism. Our future depends on it. Thank you for another kick butt shipment in Q1. Wow. Ooh. Q1. Wow. They're spending some money there with Sticker Mule.
There you are.
They really are. They're spending some money there. So a lot of people are supporting Sticker Mule and what's going on here.
Yeah.
But there's been some
I've seen
not
some
so much support.
backlash here in the comic community. It's
So,
just
yeah.
pathetic, sad. Real sad to see.
Expletive you, expletive Nazi. Eat expletive and die. I'm sorry I ever gave you any money. Ashamed, in fact. Thank you for letting us know where you stand, though, so we can go ahead and block the expletive out of you. To reiterate, eat expletive and die, you fascist. Eat expletive and die, Anthony. Shut the expletive up, you stupid expletive. Eat expletive and die. Never ordering from Nazis like you again. Trash. Lose my expletive email and I want my money back. Absolutely get expletived. The worst thing about Trump getting shot is that the hero missed. Die in a expletive fire. That's Carl Carter. Carl seems like a real nice guy.
I have
Yeah,
no
dude.
idea who he is, and I don't
I want to
know.
have lunch
Yeah.
with him. Yeah.
Sticker Mule, I gave $2,500 bonuses to all 79 people on our support team because they received death threats.
Wow.
That must stop. But on the bright side, we just paid out $195,000 in bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Is that Sticker Mule saying that?
That's Sticker Mule that did that.
They got that quick of a reaction that fast. That's really sad.
Yeah.
It's nice of him to give out bonuses, but it's sad that that's the reason he gave them out.
Yeah. The reason is
The-
just, no.
Yeah.
The Overton window is moving.
Well, I told somebody on Facebook, why don't you just live and let live and enjoy the low sticker prices?
Yeah.
You know,
You guys just saw that I had a question from Hojo on on my Sizzle chat there. Hojo, you have access. You can just go in there and is it a storefront? Yeah, yours is a storefront. Just go in there and put in a close date. Change it from storefront to time based, and it'll close it.
Yeah.
That's simple. If you want to do it, I can do it. And here we go. Expletive this narrative media, man.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, this
I'm
fire,
really trying. I'm trying to have a nice mouth these days.
this fire has been stoked for a decade, man. And ever since Trump won in 2016, it just got harder. And right now, I don't know. People are finally opening their eyes to what they're doing. It certainly feels like that.
But look, it's so easy just to move on. Like, if you don't like that they supported, then just move on. That's fine.
Yeah.
He had to figure out, like, so let's say this. Let's talk about this for a second. So I've heard kind of this idea, this mentality that, don't bring up religion or politics in business. Just stay neutral.
Yeah.
And, that way you don't upset part of your audience. And I get that. But is it unfair for, like, an independent creator or even someone that owns a business not to be able to share their opinion when the consumers can so easily do it all the time without consequence?
No.
Is that fair?
I have a point there.
Chat, you tell me. Is it fair? I
I
don't
have
know.
a point there. Like, I have friends to talk politics with. If I'm presenting myself as a seller of product, I have to, curate that image. So
Yeah.
maybe as a seller of comics, you shouldn't be talking about politics. You have friends to do that outside of the realm of you being
Right.
a comic book creator. So yeah, like I don't think it's a matter of fair. It's a matter of how are you presenting yourself. You know what I mean? Now, if people directly ask you, should you be apprehensive about talking about it? Yeah, maybe that's unfair.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be afraid that you're gonna. I mean, granted, I'm an outspoken Christian. You guys know that.
Yeah,
Always have been. I believe I'm a Christian first, so everything else second. So Christian, husband, father, then everything else.
Yeah.
And well, Hojo has a point. Politics is religion to the hard left because they think Judeo-Christian values are the cause of all the problems in the world. Granted, so just sharing your religious views makes it political for people, right? So I'm not going to apologize or be afraid about that.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, but for a lot of people, yeah, the zealous, I'm searching for the right words here. The folks where it's embedded in them, it can be cultish, Be honest if people ask, but leave it outside. Yeah.
Yeah, here's a great point. You can't really complain about Marvel sticking propaganda in their stories and then voice your personal views through your business or your product.
Yeah.
So here is the thing. There are people, though, that are on the left. And so for a long time, it's been the right, that's not been able to express their views.
Yeah.
But the left has been able to do so with impunity, basically.
Yeah.
And so right now we have people that support the propaganda in Marvel speaking out against someone supporting Trump.
Yeah.
right? Because well, don't inject your political views in your business, right? But isn't that what Marvel's done, right? So I guess it's tit for tat, you know.
Yes.
And you know, sometimes the tit hits harder than the tat.
Okay. Yeah, and the things
And,
I always prefer the tip, but this is a moment to be strategic because
Right,
they've been
right.
talking about politics and how good has that been for their business.
Can't really.
It hasn't been good. So politics isn't going to be good for our
Exactly.
business either, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But
Like,
we're
it's-
definitely in a period where politics is going to try to hijack your campaign.
Yeah.
Going to try to hijack your business. And I think that you should be willing to do it or able to do it. But you need to be aware of what the consequences might be and plan for it. Because think about how many businesses run on a political view, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're a gay company. Or we're, you know,
I mean, you
I mean,
can
everyone talks about being democratic. You know,
yeah,
being a
like
Democrat,
you can be a
whatever.
company that supports gay, but you can't be a gay company. Like, how can you?
Right, like Fund
I
My
don't,
Comic
I don't know
is,
about that, Pedro. I think there's anyway. Never mind.
Yeah.
There's
See,
a
like,
couple of
Fund My
companies
Comic
out there I would
it's-
consider to be very gay.
Yeah, like Fund My Comic is completely neutral, right?
Yeah,
If you look at the campaigns on there, you can tell that there's not.
it's
You can tell that there's people that there's campaigns that are definitely
Yeah.
welcome RJ.
RJ.
Hey, what's up, RJ?
You can definitely tell that there's people on there that don't share the same religious views that I do, and that's perfectly fine. It's not a problem at all, and so it's a neutral ground. But I don't think that I still shouldn't be able to say, hey, I'm pretty excited about this candidate or whatever, you know. And people say, well, I'm not gonna. Which people do? There are people that won't use Fund My Comic because of my Christian value, because of my Christian values, or because someone that likes something else doesn't like that, or because, like, so we've had some.
They have a
we've had
scene
few
in,
different-
in Blazing Saddles that talks about that problem. The common folk of the land, you know, morons.
right. They don't get any.
Yeah.
So,
They don't
but
get
I think that this has been a problem for a while. But as the Overton window moves, I think you're going to be able to. I think people that have been quiet conservative supporters are going to be more vocal, and I think that's fine. And if you're, you know, if you don't agree with it, that's fine. But the problem is, it's the angry and aggressive rhetoric, and I don't agree with the right winger people that are angry and use very terrible language and
wish death on
abusive and
Yeah.
and yes, I don't like that either, you know, and I don't. Obviously, you guys know I don't condone that. I distance myself from people that do that, and I distance myself from people that, you know, like Carl. That was pretty bad, right? But it's so easy just to move on. There are so many other sticker producers out there. And one of them that I would like to bring up is they actually are in my hometown. I had no idea.
Oh, nice.
It's a place called stickersandmore.com.
And that's the thing, like horrible and negative thoughts. We all have them. Like, dude, I wish people to die in car fires at least twice a week. But I don't share with people because that's for me.
Yeah,
know?
you keep the intrusive thoughts
Yeah,
at bay, right?
Keep your darkness inside.
exactly. I mean, it's really hard for me to keep the darkness inside, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's just a matter of like, you know who to share that with. You know what I mean? Because you always have a group of friends that they just laugh at stuff you shouldn't be laughing at, and I'm blessed that I have friends like that.
Well, that's
So
part of the
whenever-
problem. People expect it to be acceptable on the left now to share that kind
Everywhere.
of thing in public. But if you have a
Yeah.
right-wing view, that's even less
Right,
offensive than
Yeah.
that, which all of them are. There's very few offensive as offensive
And
as
I-
which someone does.
And I think we should maintain civility. Obviously, let's have some civility, but be able to share your opinion. And you know, but if you do a good job, then you do a good job. It shouldn't matter. I partnered with a liberal on a project, and his liberal views was not what caused me to leave that partnership. What caused me to leave that partnership was he was a piece of crap. He was just a bad human being. He was underhanded. He was snaky. He was deceiving. He was just not a good person. He was conniving. He was not a good person. He was not someone I wanted to associate with any longer.
Gotcha.
So that's why I left that.
Dude,
that's why I no longer draw Voodoo Nations.
Yeah, dude.
Plain and simple.
When the U.S. bases were here in Panama, I'm talking like before the 2000s, like up to 1999, we have like 14 U.S. bases here, like the Southern Command. I know there was a bakery that was owned by a KKK family. I know it. Because they looked at you funny. But the bread was awesome.
Right, yeah.
So I bought the bread and I took the looks. I don't care.
Look, you don't have to be a Christian to eat Chick-fil-A, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you like the chicken, you like it. You know, it's just what it is.
Yeah, like it's nothing to do with Jesus.
And if you don't like it, that's fine too. Go eat at Popeyes, which I do like.
Yeah.
I've never been able to eat at Chick-fil-A because the lines are too damn long.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for a chicken sandwich like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you have to put into the scale like how much you want that chicken.
Okay.
Yeah,
Two great questions here. What does your religion have to do with a great platform?
Exactly.
Nothing.
Yep.
Has nothing to do with it. Other than the fact that we try to use our platform to help people and uphold my Christian values, rather than we're here to help people, and we try to do that. And do you impose your values into the site? No, I don't really. Well, yes and no. Yes, I do a little bit. We don't want there to be nudity or anything like that.
Well, there's a difference between imposing your values and upholding public decency.
And having guidelines. The things
there's a huge difference there. Yeah.
Yeah, that can get you in trouble with Stripe. Like they have a huge. So it's more than Christianity. It's monetary.
My values only help me have a compass to which to run the public decency side of the site. That's all that. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's all common sense stuff too.
No nudity. It's common sense things, unless you're a porn peddler. LOL. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody has their standards, and they're welcome to them. It's just that when you're on Fund My Comic, you uphold to a level of public decency, so that anybody can go up on the site and read about your campaign.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
it's that simple, and nobody gets slammed for it.
Here's a company that does great work.
Oh.
I've been using them because they're local.
Paper roll labels.
I literally go pick up the stickers. I drive 15 minutes to go pick them up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I used to love Comics Wellspring for that reason until they jacked their prices.
Yeah.
This is cool. Bottle talkers. They just got interesting things. Postcard stickers, can talkers. That's it. I mean, such a neat idea to do that. They've got everything there. Here's a great alternative if you don't want to give Sticker Mule your money. Sticker Mule's a little expensive for me. I do like if I get certain orders, like I get my tape from them, and I'm still going to get my tape from them. I'm still going to get hot sauce from them because it's delicious. I don't care.
Sticker Mule offers hot sauce.
They do.
But that's the thing. Like
honey sauce.
It's called mule sauce.
We all have to have our favorites.
Because it kicks like a mule.
Yeah. You got to taste the biscuit with that sauce, right?
Yeah, you do. Exactly.
Taste the biscuit. Yep.
Yeah.
Taste the biscuit. Oh man, now I gotta play it.
Yeah, you gotta,
Taste
man.
the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
Glenn's
classic.
Right. Problems as old as the wind. Everyone thinks they are right. That will never
Everybody
change.
thinks they're right.
And when you're right, you're right.
You can get banners from them. All this stuff. Look at everything that you need there. They even do printing.
Yeah.
They do like business cards, trifolds. I'm gonna get my trifolds done. I'm doing a trifold for the church. Probably gonna get it printed through them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a local guy who does excellent banners. I don't care what religion he is or what his political standing is. He
Doesn't matter to me
banners.
at all.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Yep.
Yeah, unless his religion condones human sacrifice, like I would draw the line there.
I don't even. Don't tell me. Just don't tell me.
Yeah.
Just don't tell me, and I'm fine. I'm fine.
You put a burning cross in your window, I'm probably not going to go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
unless the bread is really good. Like I would question, like if you're willing to sell the bread, I will buy it. That's
But I think with Sticker Mule, I think Anthony has been doing good work for these people for a long time. And now he just says, look, there's good people that are we're kind people. You've supported me all this time. You've been supporting a Trump supporter. It's time to end the hate. Yeah. And what did he get? He got hate instead. Like he got hate. It's crazy. But I think this Overton window, as it moves, it's gonna get real interesting. It's gonna get real interesting. But like I said, we're gonna have to have some grace with people.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like it's all about incentives because that's how humanity works.
Thank you for another $2 super chat.
Hey, there you
Rabbit
go.
hole.
Thank you, Bunny. Bunny's
Must
paying
be
the bills
talking
today.
Chick-fil-A.
Man, the thing's like when people stop getting social points for behaving that way,
Yeah.
that's going to be a huge shift. So right now they're seeing like people losing their jobs because of saying this on this specific case. But I think the real change would come when people are not celebrated for behaving like that.
Yeah.
And that's what we need right now because this helps no one. It's just negativity. And who said that? Who said who? It's just like, who cares, dude? We're grown-ups.
Yeah, I just don't want to even associate with people that have that kind of mentality in their heart.
Yeah.
Right? Like I feel like that's a dangerous person to even have as a business associate.
Oh yeah. As an
Right? Think about it.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah, like if that's the kind of thing that's in them, and I hope that we can get to the point where we can just point at that behavior and say, that's not acceptable, right? Like enough.
Yep.
If you don't like what he said, just unsubscribe and find another provider. There's so many people that make stickers.
That's the way it used to work.
There's so many people that make stickers.
We have to bring back the power of disgust and shame.
Yes.
It's not just saying like that's unacceptable. They just say something and everybody goes, ugh. You know, just that people feel that like visceral. Ugh.
That's disgusting. Yeah.
In their guts, they will stop behaving like that because nobody wants to be,
Yeah.
disgusted.
You know, I say it quite often. Actually, it gets me in a lot of trouble, even because there's people that are on the right side of the aisle that I'm like, you're disgusting. Like I do not like. Who's that guy? Works for Daily Wire.
Those like four main guys.
There's a lot of guys like that. Matt
Walsh, Michael Knowles.
Matt Walsh. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he's an idiot.
Okay.
I feel like he thinks he's smarter than everybody else, and he's always behind he has no idea what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
He forms whatever extreme right-wing opinion he wants to form on whatever topic is trending at the moment so that he can get his views for the channel. I don't feel like he's particularly brilliant at anything he says. I feel like it's not memorable. And I feel like it's unnecessary. And it's unnecessary, some of the things that he says. You know, I don't like him, right? And all the right-wingers out there like, how dare you? I can't help it. I feel like I don't like we'll debate him and see how smart he is. No.
Yeah.
No. Because the thing is, I don't argue with morons.
Yeah. And that's
because
like,
the only thing arguing with a stupid person is going to do is make you more stupid. It's going to make you stupid. It's not going to fix anything.
Like, what's the game?
Because they're stuck and they're laser focused on their stupid thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like Walsh is laser focused on one thing: owning the libs, owning the left, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to have fun.
Yeah. The internet, I think, incentivizes people to have outrageous opinions just to get clicks and engagement.
Yeah.
But,
well, that's what we talked about even with this show. Our views have gone down drastically. Yeah. Like, I mean not like 20, 30%. I mean like 75%.
Oh, wow.
Like we're at 75% of the views in the audience that we had 2 months ago.
Gotta get those rage clicks, man.
Right. It's about rage clicks, right? And but that's not what I'm into. Right. But as we get closer to this election, so here's the question: politics is going to try to hijack every campaign.
Everything. Yeah.
How are you going to get around it?
Yeah. I don't know. My comic book is in a dystopian world, so maybe that'll tie in somehow.
Yeah, that's kind of apropos now.
Yeah.
I even tried to say, look, crowdfunding is going to be difficult this year. Even if you're not political, politics will try to hijack your campaign in one way or another. Plan accordingly, right? And that created a comment string that I don't feel like it should have.
Yeah. People, I don't know. People are much nicer in person.
Right. Yeah, that's another thing.
Mm-hmm. Here, Hojo gets me. Walsh is a loser. Walsh is a more successful version of the quartering. I don't like Jeremy. His videos are boring and unnecessary.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like YouTube, at some point, it just becomes people talking about things.
Try Rumble, use
really
Rumble.
Doing anything. Yeah.
We might switch the show to Rumble.
Yeah.
We might switch it. So here, a funny thing. I have private videos or unlisted videos that I did 2 years ago with Bunny on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
They just got demonetized. They weren't monetized to begin with. They were private. And because they use clips from the Gladiator movie.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing that.
Hey, how about that new Gladiator movie with Training Day, Denzel Washington, and Rhodes?
It doesn't look like it's going to be as good as it should be.
Nah, dude.
The trailer looks like it's beat for beat the first one. Kind of like what they did with Karate Kid when they did it with Jaden Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the thing. What happens to originality, man?
Right.
They don't have any.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over in the mainstream. We still got it.
Check this out. Board game company Maestro Media is collaborating with Oni Press to produce board game based on Oni comic titles.
Okay.
Yeah, they have board games. I think it's funny they're doing that. But check this out. I can't actually read the article because it's
behind a paywall.
Because it's behind a paywall.
Oh no.
The era of peak board games is ending. Right next to the Maestro Media board games based on Oni Press. Right, the same day, released the same day. Oh my gosh. You can't write this. You can't write this kind of comedy.
Yeah, dude, this is comedy.
This is our business in a nutshell, guys. This is our business in a nutshell.
Oh God,
it's great.
It's a day late and $1 short, man, on everything. It is. So we really got to find a way to be ahead of the curve.
Yeah, there's a reason they're called board games. Yeah.
BORED. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would get a good laugh out of that this morning.
That's funny.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
The Onion should do a segment on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mark Wade got himself some trouble.
Yeah, we talked about that already.
What do you think? What do you think the end result's going to wind up being on that?
Nothing.
I think nothing. Yeah, I think nothing.
Nothing.
I think someone made.
Go ahead.
I was going to. Somebody made a false allegation about Ed Piskor, and he's dead today because of internet bullies.
Yeah.
But yet Mark Wade will still be working because even after his insensitive comments.
Too true. Sad.
It tells you everything that's wrong with this world.
Yep.
And comics, the industry has always reflected kind of some of those issues. The Overton window's moving, folks.
Yeah, but the thing is that the comic book industry is so insignificant at this point. Like, what can they do to Mark Wade? Like, we're not going to pay you $12. Like, what's going to happen?
Which books? Black Belt, Russ?
The Batman series.
Yeah, well, I thought he was just kind of treading water that's already been done by better people, Miller and well, his Absolute or whatever version was just kind of the Avengers movie all over again. So yeah.
about what you've accomplished.
You answered all the questions, Joe.
Yeah.
You did it like a big boy. Who's a big boy? Who's a big boy? They literally called it, one of the conferences, they called it the Big Boy Conference. Big Boy News Conference, whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. This is...
Time to change your diaper.
Look,
Well, now he's in hiding for a week at least. So.
Well, but he's got COVID, and I know how bad COVID can be, and
He's got COVID.
I am praying for his recovery. I do not want him to die.
Thought it kind of odd
I
that
do not want him to be sick.
everybody helping him board on the plane, none of them were wearing masks though, so they're not afraid of it being contagious.
Well, I also don't like the fact that I feel like what's happening with him is elder abuse.
Yeah,
It's not fair. He needs to be sitting he needs to be sitting on the porch eating ice cream with his grandkids.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to be doing. He doesn't need to be trampling all over the place trying to win an election that he honestly cannot win right now.
Yeah.
You know,
And even Michael Moore has said that it's the cruelest form of elder abuse.
It's not funny.
No.
It's, I honestly feel bad, and I think it's because his wife is so power hungry.
Yeah.
I know I heard on the news, CNN, that she's sitting in on Oval Office meetings. Like, why is she there?
Yeah,
So is Hunter.
So's Hunter.
Yeah.
We didn't elect these people to run the country.
Yeah.
We elected Biden to do it, right?
We need Hunter's opinion, right?
Right, yeah.
Gotta have the party boy angle in there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, the crackhead
just-
opinion there.
Yep.
It's just wrong what they're doing to him. And every time he takes the stage, I just feel bad. I just feel really bad for him. And I want him, it's time for him to just have a happy life. I want him to get his life right with the Lord. Same way with Trump, obviously he's got a target on him. I want to make sure his life's right in case something bad does happen. I pray nothing bad happens to him. In fact, I really kind of hope he wins the office because I could use cheap gas and affordable groceries again. Just saying. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just
saying.
And dude, and that myth that people in Latin America don't like Trump, and that's just a filthy lie because my dad loves him.
Latin America's based.
Really?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
They're based over there. Yeah.
They have a film of some kids in Uganda, I think it was, that reenacted the attempt.
Oh no!
And they
I
did a
saw that,
really good job of it too,
Yeah.
which was amazing.
Kids
the smallest kid in the class is standing there surrounded by all these, and he's like, they're ushering him off.
Are you
stage.
guys
Little wooden
aware
guns. That's
Okay.
crazy.
Nigerian cinema?
It's cute. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the most badass thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Which one?
Him popping up, blood running down his face, pumping his fist, fight.
That
I'm
photo
like, oh
is
my
going down
gosh.
history.
That was some Rambo.
Oh yeah, that's going in history books.
That's
I'm telling you.
Rambo.
Oh, that photograph
I
will
was
be
like,
there forever.
what?
Yeah.
The guy that took that photo, I would love to be that dude. He's
Had
getting
a
a Pulitzer
career.
for that.
Yep.
He's
sure.
getting a Pulitzer for that one.
I agree.
He's won
know
other
what?
Pulitzers, but he's definitely getting one for that one.
Yep.
I can see Stallone
Wow.
playing that.
And-
Fight!
And one more
Stallone in there.
One more small
In the yellow
detail
wig.
but before we get off of this and start talking about comics, which is why we're really here.
Yeah.
You go back and you look at the raw media footage on that, and you have to go back and look because they've gone through and re-edited this thing already to bits. But if you see the original raw footage, there are people in the crowd that have turned to the cameras and flipped them off and started screaming, "You did this. You've done this."
Yeah.
And they were going to storm the media right there. And that's where because I was having a rough time. What do you mean there's going to be a big bloody civil war if the attempt had been successful? Until I saw that footage and I went, oh, well, that's what they were talking about. Holy crap.
Yeah.
You
People
know,
were going to go off.
right in front of the cameras. They're up there giving gestures and screaming, "You did this."
We did this. Which is
Correction.
Crazy.
He'll win a Pulitzer once the Overton. But I mean, everyone
that's
knows
true.
Like,
Russ. That's very true.
everyone wants a badass picture of themselves like that. That was so friggin'. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never looked that badass in my entire life.
No.
Like,
Well,
like,
when
that is just.
I wasn't watching it live. I got a call from my father-in-law and said that he said the president's been shot. And I looked at when I first turned the footage on, I thought they had creased his cheek.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it looked like. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
my-
did, and until it wasn't until later that I saw that they had gotten his ear. But
Yeah,
holy
my
crap! The
daughter
minute
told me.
I saw that blood streak, I said, "There's the election right there.
Yeah.
That's
You
going to
won.
make it right there."
Yeah, it's look, I don't even care if the Overton window moves over. Like that's a Pulitzer shot.
It is a
So
Pulitzer
I
shot.
follow this guy named Jared who does it's Fro Knows Photos or whatever because I'm a photographer too.
Mm-hmm.
But I follow him and I watch his videos and he broke it down like what these photojournalists did. And when everyone's ducking, these guys are running for the picture.
Yeah.
I mean, these just brave, these brave people, and just have the wherewithal. That guy, he said, I noticed the flag was there, so I just I tilted so I could get the flag in the shot. And just to have that awareness in that kind of crazy moment, that dude deserves a Pulitzer for that.
Yeah.
Because he just captured one of the most insane moments in modern history. Like, how cool was that? The composition, everything was cool. I saw Japan. Somebody made an anime about it. They turned it into an anime clip.
Yeah.
The whole world is like, dude, that was like
Yeah.
that was like stuff out of a movie.
Yeah.
Like
much
you make this kind of stuff up. It's not real.
Right.
But yeah, so that I just thought that was pretty cool out of it, which I think is what upset a lot of people because, Biden didn't look so cool walking up the stairs of the airplane when he was sick. He's like,
Yeah.
I can't make the next one.
And
In
what
fact, it
was
looked like
more
he needed
dangerous?
help.
Yeah,
Somebody
what was
needed
more
help.
dangerous? Biden on the stairs or Trump getting shot? Like, I think Trump
I think
was
Biden on the
safer.
stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trump's
Yeah.
safer.
Someone made a
No,
really
just to see, yeah.
someone made a really good illustrated meme. It was from like a comic book memer somewhere out in the Twitterverse. But it was like Trump gets shot and Secret Service agents say, "Get down, Mr. President." Biden walks and they say, "Get up, Mr. President."
Yeah, exactly. It's rapidly.
Ojo says, I have pictures of me shirtless holding an M249, and it's still not even
Yeah.
close to being as badass
Yeah,
as
dude.
Trump.
My
No.
coolest picture is
Yep.
me chopping wood. It's just.
I don't have a cool picture of me.
Yeah.
One does not exist, guys. It's, if you're wondering, Luke, where do I find a cool picture of you? It's not out there. It's gone. Like it's not present anywhere. Yeah, it's hilarious. I mean, so it doesn't matter. I don't care where you fall on the issue, but yeah. So the Overton window, I think it's moving. I think it's going to affect things. So here's my prediction. I do think that Trump will wind up winning this election, whether you like that or not. Doesn't matter. I think that right now we have a bubble in our economy. I think that bubble's going to pop.
I think there's a big bubble in the stock market right now.
Like it's it.
really hard.
Yes.
Yep.
I think that people will throw a fit and they'll pop the bubble intentionally. And I think we're going to go into a deep recession for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have some financial hardship in about, worse than now, in about 18 to 24 months. And I think that will last another 18 to 24 months before we start to see some improvement.
Well, it's been
That's what I
almost
think.
100 years since the Great Depression, so enough people have forgotten how rough that was. There's been enough
Yep.
generations that have had it easy. And,
But yeah,
bring it
regarding
on
the
and-
Great Depression, Randy, like we didn't have the economic tools. They didn't have the economical tools we have now. So
Right.
I don't think, and that's the thing I'm telling people: look to Argentina. Like things that would take
Right.
years to fix are taking
They've done it
months
6.
to fix.
Yeah.
Right, that's true.
So-
Yeah.
so
Watch
that-
what
that's
they're
the
doing.
thing.
Watch what they're
Yep.
doing.
Yeah, it's
You're
not going to be
absolutely
as
right.
traumatic as people think. It's going to be hard. I'm not saying it's not
Yeah.
going to be hard. It's going to be hard, but it's not going to be as traumatic.
Well, the
That's
last
what I said,
bubble in
18 to 24 months to
2008
fix
was
it.
only a couple of years at most. So,
Yeah.
yeah, then there was a recovery.
Yeah, I think it's going to take 18 to 24 months to fix it, but I think as comic book people, we have to be prepared for that and understand that we need to create content. Not just the content, but we need to make our content available in the physical
And
forms
affordable.
or
Accessible.
digital forms.
Yes.
That's an
Very much so.
affordable way for people to get a hold of it.
Yep.
And that might mean teaming up with 2 or 3 or 4 people and making your stories in smaller chunks
Yeah.
so that you can afford to make things cheaper. It might mean dropping the color and going black and white for a while. I mean, there's a lot of different things but it means that we need to be, I think right now, between now and January, you got to be creative and start thinking about what you're going to do to weather the storm that's coming.
And comics history has a lot of great examples of that. In fact, comics really started out of the Great Depression way back when. But the underground movement and the indie movement of the 80s are real prime examples of folks doing what they wanted to do in a cheap enough format to be accessible. And I think our biggest problem right now is trying to find a way of getting accessible comics out to the masses, which I think is a major problem right now. And I don't know if the internet is a part of that. I really don't. I think there needs to be a distribution system somehow out there to get regular comics out to the masses, to the regular folks. I think Archie has had a pretty much a recession-proof system, and that's kept them alive for literally decades. And that's putting those little digests up there in the grocery stores for people to walk in and buy. Even though a lot of that product at the moment, I think they're outpricing themselves a little bit when it costs $10 for a digest. But printing costs have jumped so much, so badly, so fast that I'm not sure where the solution is, but I sure am looking for it. So if anybody out there has a suggestion, please get a hold of me.
Yeah. We've just got to be creative, I think, moving forward.
Yeah.
Prepare for,
And that's the thing about comics too, is that a lot of the folks working in comics in the industry side as well as the creative side have a tendency to think outside the box and work their way around hurdles like this. And I know it's coming. I've seen it happen in the past. Anybody who's read or knows comics history has seen it in the past. And it's going to come again. I really think that in a few years, we're going to see a big renaissance in this art form. And I don't know what format it'll take, but I think it's coming. I do.
Well, it's just like the article we read earlier. The indies are doing better, that they're being strong right now, right?
There's a thirst out there for good entertainment.
Yeah,
that's accessible.
Coming,
that's the key.
And it's coming hard.
Yeah,
that's what she said. So,
sorry,
that's what she hopes.
That's what she hopes. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
so
disappointing.
What I would say is, I think my concern is, even if like the gas prices came down right away, right, and shipping, would they actually reduce the shipping cost, or are they going to keep them there and just keep padding the money?
It all depends upon the corporate greed. I think that's why everything's as high as it is now.
So I think we're going to have corporate greed to deal with, because right now we know that we're seeing that in the grocery stores.
But look, have you guys paid attention to the fast food phenomenon?
Which one?
Oh, the McDonald's report of July.
Everybody's they're offering cheaper stuff because.
But why was that? But why is that? Because
they're losing money. Yeah,
they've been spiking prices ever since 2015. Like, you're gonna buy like a Big Mac combo, and it's always like $1 extra and $1 extra and $1 extra. That came to a head on May. They reported the first time in their history lower revenue. So this corporate, we need to grow no matter what. That's also coming to an end. So a change in paradigm in corporate
thinking,
corporate
philosophy,
thinking, might make a change in this. Everything is always more expensive, because in the end, the bottom line is you want to make profit for your board, or it's your head.
I honestly, for comics, I think we need to go back to no variants.
No
variant covers and cheap cover prices. And, if that means going to newsprint, go to newsprint. Print cheap and make the product cheaper for people.
Even newsprint right now isn't as cheap as it used to be, but it will be in a few years. They're growing the trees. That's the thing.
Yeah. So, we've got there's a lot of uncertainty. One thing that is certain is that, this rhetoric that, you want people dead and, calling people Nazis and a threat to democracy just because they have a different view than
racist.
you.
Yeah. The thing is,
just throwing that stuff around, calling people a Nazi for no reason. I mean, come on.
Dude, but that doesn't mean anything anymore.
That's got to end.
They've called me a Nazi. And I was like, yeah, sure.
I
mean, I would look great in that uniform. Just saying.
It's probably
it's got to end. And this even people from the right, trying to perpetuate the hate. We got to stop it.
You could have Google AI'd yourself, Pedro, into that uniform.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's tempting.
That'll put you in there.
Yeah. Stormpan Führer Pedro. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Someone's going to clip that, and
Yeah.
things are going to be
exactly.
tough for you.
Oh yeah.
So we haven't had time to talk. We're going to talk about this next week. Then I keep putting this off because I want to make sure that we really give it a good discussion. Next week we are going to be talking about this. Look out here.
Don't run that earworm you sent me. No.
Thank you, Russ.
You've been
That's the
drinking.
nicest thing somebody has said to me ever.
I believe that you. So Jeff, he says that the novels sell like hotcakes at cons. I haven't seen
Cool.
that to be true, but if it is, I would love it. Jeff, if you could send me your data, if you have data on
Yeah.
what hotcakes means, right? Like how many units are being moved, what are kind of the price points, because that might be where people go. I've seen that there's a creator out there that does a comic book that now is doing it. They're crowdfunding a novel instead.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do a comic in paperback book size.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like to see a return to all of the different formats that used to be out there. I was thinking of doing
digest. Yeah,
a Sunday
that-
Funnies that showed off all the different formats that comics have been in over the years, just to try to inspire somebody to think outside the box. You don't have to fit that bag. You don't have to be slabbed.
yeah.
You don't have to fit that board. You
I
just,
just
do
love
comics.
comics.
Yeah,
And not
do
only
great
the return,
comics.
so much.
yeah, not only the return of old formats, Randy. It's a time to become creative and come up with new formats.
That's true. Yes.
People.
Yep.
You know, like making a video game right now, it's not as difficult as it was 5 years ago, as it was 10 years ago.
Mhm.
So maybe pairing your comic book story with a video game, network with people, because we are all hungry. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
You network with people. Video games is it's a way, not AAA, maybe side scroller, whatever that's affordable. Dude, like doing it with animation on YouTube, not going like, okay, I need $600,000 to make no. There's animators out there that are hungry and they will be willing to work if you negotiate and come up with I don't know, like creative ways to put content out there, because people want content, whether it's comics, animation, movies, whatever. People want content, good quality, not
Yep.
regurgitated. Like, we're making the Maltese Falcon again. Shut up. People are fed up with that.
Yeah, Jeff, it's good to
Jeff,
know
what's
you're pretty much in
Yeah.
my backyard. Alpena's on the northeast side of the state. I'm just a little below Flint. Says he was at an Alpena con early in July, sold 41 books to roughly 20 customers, and it was a small con. Must have been really
Nice.
small. I didn't even hear about it, Jeff. So at a dead
What's your
con
price point?
in West Branch, 15 books. Wow.
What's your what's your
Mind you, I
price
sell
point?
novels, not graphic novels or comics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your price point, Jeff?
Yeah. What's your price point, and how many pages? I'm doing research.
Yeah.
I'm doing research, Jeff. Yeah, price point. How many? And were these exclusively comic book conventions, or were they like trade shows, like games and collectibles and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Those are kind of some things I look at. I find that those smaller trade show type conventions are better than these comic cons that focus on anime.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Much better than the
do way
bigger
better.
cons. A lot of the independent comic guys are doing great at one-day shows because it gives you a more direct
Yeah.
one-on-one with the customer.
Yeah. I don't want to bash cosplay conventions, because, I mean, people love them. But people are not there for comics. They're
No.
there to look at scantily clad, slightly overweight women. That's what those cons are for, which is
Oh, yeah.
fine, to each his own.
That's what you're into.
Yeah, but I mean, as a creator of comic, it's really hard to get people's attentions from girls' asses. Like, hey, look at my comic. Like, dude, I'm looking at some ass here. It's really
Prices
hard.
from 8 to 28 in trade shows for the most, but it's more a mix of comics and crafts.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So there's always an alternative, right? So like we said earlier, if you don't like that Anthony at Sticker Mule came out and said that he supports Trump, if you don't like that, then don't. But we know that there's people trying to leave trying to leave Photoshop. We're going to talk about this next week. The
Yeah.
Adobe stuff. There's this company called Affinity, and this is Affinity Photo. Great product. I have these softwares. I will pull them up on the screen. I will show you how these things work. I'm still learning them, so I'm still trying to get used to them.
County, you could sell to me then.
I've been working with Affinity for the last 2 years. Since
Okay.
I found them.
So be ready to share your screen next week and show some of these things, how some of the tools work.
Oh, Jeff, you were
Because-
at Midland. I was at Midland as well. Sold really good there too.
So the truth is there are
Well, good for
alternatives
you,
out
Jeff.
there. You just have to get used to using them. You have to learn them. You know, we are creatures of habit. We like to jump in and be able to do things that we've always done. And you kind of have to do that. So
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
people,
but you have to-
like, in animation school, they taught me a concept called migration, which is basically how you become efficient with a software. So the problem with Photoshop and Adobe is, dude, like when I started here, like Adobe was not the norm. I started working on a smoke station, which is Silicon Graphics, which used Avid, completely different software. When Premiere, After Effects, Photoshop, Illustrator came in and took over, I was there when they took over, and I had to migrate from Avid and a smoke node-based environment into Adobe. When Adobe started with their subscription thing, that really pissed me off. So I just dropped them right there and there and started looking for alternatives. I've used everything from Inkscape to Krita to Corel Draw, you name it. Affinity right now, it's the closest you'll have to Photoshop. There's some tools things you can't do on Affinity yet.
Jeff, we might have been set up right next to each other. I was right across from Barnes and Nobles too. Had the HeroBot statue. I didn't see it. Notice
But
you were
the-
there. It was a
the-
good,
the
busy
combo-
con though.
Yeah, the combo with Affinity is Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, and Affinity Publisher. It basically can do everything you do with Adobe, with Photoshop, Illustrator, and what's the one they use to set up the
InDesign.
page?
InDesign.
Those three.
Yeah, yeah. The InDesign version is
Publisher.
Publisher. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's InDesign, and then Illustrator is Designer, and then Photo is Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the thing. Like for video, like right now, I always recommend freaking DaVinci. It's DaVinci, not freaking DaVinci. DaVinci Resolve, and it's just because maybe the compositor would replace After Effects.
Okay.
It's a little bit more complicated because it's node based, so there's the learning curve is really steep. But you can basically do almost everything you can do in After Effects, in it's called. You got DaVinci Resolve and Fusion. Fusion is the DaVinci like compositor. But the thing is, like, you don't have the plugin selection you would have in After Effects. So that's why like the learning curve is really steep. So right now, I've been telling people to leave Adobe behind for almost like 6 years. I've been like an Adobe opposed it, and I think this is the time. Like they got greedy, they want to train their AI. They show their true colors. It's time to leave this company with us. We don't need them.
Right.
Screw them. Man, oh man.
I like that you can buy these plugins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you see something you like, it's a plugin, you buy it, it's yours.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to maintain a subscription for it.
That's the way it used to be, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's yours forever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You never have to worry about it again. So they've got all of these different things here, all kinds of stuff. This is really cool, the comics toolbox.
Yeah.
You know, good for lettering, drawing, those kind of things. Like
Yeah,
that.
but that's vector based. So
Yep.
keep that in mind. Like,
Yeah. Well,
if
this
you're
will work
not-
on. We'll work on Affinity
okay.
Photo and Affinity Designer.
Okay, that's another thing, Luke. Like Affinity Photo and Affinity Designer have a thing called personas within the software. So a persona within the software would say, like, are you working on a vector persona or a raster pixel persona?
Yeah.
So you can do vector in Affinity Photo, just like
Wow.
if it was Illustrator. If you change personas within the
I didn't
software.
even know that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so that's something to keep in mind. So it's very versatile. There are things you're gonna miss though, from Photoshop and Illustrator. But
Honestly, I used Photoshop mostly for drawing comics,
yeah,
and then I left that.
for Clip.
I left that for Clip, and so I'm perfectly happy with my old tools from Photoshop. The problem with Photoshop is that they changed those terms of service
Yeah,
because they want to make it. The problem is they're focusing so much on
AI.
AI, and they want to source AI, training their AI bots off of the user's work.
Yeah, which is sleazy.
That's very sleazy.
So another thing you're gonna encounter with Affinity Photo is that if you work at 600 DPI, Affinity Photo is not your friend. So right now they can only go up to 400, which is perfectly serviceable for printing. But I recommend if you're gonna draw, use like Clip or not Photo. Use Clip to draw, because Clip you can go like to whatever kind of pixel. So yeah,
Okay.
it's brilliant and it's
Next
cheap.
week we're going to do a deep dive into this stuff because these are tools that we need. I'm going to show how to set it up for how to do a setup for doing a comic book print file. I'm just going to do like a 32-page print file. So
Cool.
I'll show how to do that, how to set it up. Yeah, and then we can talk about all of this cool stuff with it. So that's
Yeah,
really
dude.
fun. Guys, we're at an hour 43.
Yeah.
We're about 15 minutes over what I really need to be. Got a lot of stuff to do today.
Same here.
Don't forget to check out herocomics.store.
There you go.
Don't forget to check that out. Also, BigStoneStudios.com. I've got a membership over there as well. I have a freshly colored page of hybrids that I'm going to be posting up this week. Freshly colored. Haven't been doing much with hybrids lately because I've been working on a lot of other stuff. But we're getting there.
Right.
Other stuff, you say.
Sold.
Yeah.
And Arrow Comics,
know.
our digital library has been growing, and
Yep.
it'll continue to grow.
Awesome.
Yeah,
More
we're
great
putting
stuff
more
on the
and
way.
more up there.
Even stuff that you can't find in print.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Check that out. If you do need stickers and you're upset by Sticker Mule, check out Stickers and More. They're good people, local people.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think you'll like them. Don't forget to check out Randy's show that he's got going. He's got a good show going.
2 shows: Indie Comics Network,
shows.
Randy Zim YouTube channel, and the Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel. Tomorrow morning, we're looking at the Golden Age Captain America. Then Sunday morning at 9 a.m., we'll be looking at the Simon and Kirby Western series, Boys Ranch, that very few people have even seen.
Wow.
Got a great collection of that. It's a 1950s Western, complete with horrible stereotypes and all of the 50s context of the day. So, yeah.
I mean, that name wouldn't fly today. If you come with a comic, what's the name of your comic book? Boy Ranch. Whoa. Okay.
What? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, Boy Ranch?
It's kid gangs meet Westerns meet the 1950s. It's fun.
But okay, no shirtless guys, right?
There is a guy there with long hair.
Oh, okay. But he has a shirt.
There are shirtless people in there. Yes.
Ah, Jesus. Okay.
Not a lot, but yeah.
Okay.
One guy in complete buckskins, depending upon,
Pedro can't wait. Pedro cannot
Yeah.
wait.
what they're into.
Yeah.
It's a great series. It only lasted a half a dozen or so issues, but it's well worth looking at. Very great Kirby work. Yeah.
Man, everyone's gay once in a while.
Yeah.
I may be shirtless.
Yeah.
Don't get Pedro
Keep it a
going.
mystery. Keep it a mystery, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Russ said, the Atlantean's coming in October. So
In black and white, right?
in black and white. Yeah.
Awesome.
We're looking at maybe the Savage Sword of Conan format. So
Pedro,
it'll
What's
be
that?
great.
how's the animation school going?
Oh, the thing is, like, I'm finishing a huge project. Like, dude, like everything is on. Like the classes are ready, but the thing is, like, I need the time to stream properly and get everything ready. But I can't before I finish this project, and that it just grew, which is more money, which is nice. But I'm stuck on this. But yeah, it's coming. I know. I'm sounding like freaking like Peter and the Wolf. Yeah, but yeah, like it's just it's the workload, man, which is nice. But yeah, life gets in the way, man.
Life finds a way.
Yeah, it's a bit like Jurassic Park. Speaking of life finds a way, like it's not fun without Glenn. Glenn.
I do like having Glenn here.
Yeah.
I miss Glenn.
Yeah, dude. I have
you know why?
To fight with.
Because you can't tell Glenn nothing.
Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
I think that was my fault. I told him I needed a hat story if he could give it to me, and now he's taking a couple of podcasts off so he can get it done.
Yeah, Randy.
It's not even on a firm deadline. So.
Frickin' Randy.
I said I can wait. I'm sorry.
You know what that means?
It means you're a catcher, not a pitcher.
That's not what that means. That's not what that means at all.
No, not really. You're missing the mark there.
Naples doing a lot of like political commentary now, isn't he?
That's all he does. Dog in exile. Yeah.
That's funny.
Puts himself in a little room and does like 3 or 4 videos a day.
You know, when I hear like people like ranting about political stuff,
it's very true. Yeah. There's a lot of that.
It makes more sense.
It does.
It's boring.
Hojo wants everybody to know that the Mythicals 2 is closing tomorrow night. Baby.
Yeah.
It's almost at 10K.
Yeah.
Almost at 10K. Let's get it up to 10K.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
That's a big deal.
Fundmycomic.com. Don't forget to go over there and check that out.
Let's get it going, guys.
As well as all of the other great campaigns over there.
Back the book.
Back
the book. Get over there and do it.
Do it.
Get over there and do it.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
I'm gonna go out and buy some more.
Okay.
And I think you should too.
Back his book.
Back his book.
That's great.
Dude, I love that.
Oh, Dougie's channel went down.
Oh,
what?
No.
Oh.
Tragedy.
This is Frank Bark. Superheroes is a Jewish thing?
I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know. I'm not Jewish, and I love superheroes.
I mean, we were talking about wearing uniforms that.
You guys all think I'm a hero, and I'll accept that responsibility.
I'll accept that responsibility.
Well, I don't know. Now I got me thinking.
I'm ready to go do some work, guys. I really
there is a long history, but superheroes are very much an American art form.
Yeah. Frank, you almost made me say something very inappropriate. Thank you.
RJ.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're doing some big things. I think maybe something's in the works over in Luke's studio over there for a certain cover.
It is actually. It is. Yeah, I'm actually working on that as soon as we get off here. Hopefully I'll have it finished today or tomorrow.
Yeah,
hopefully I'll have the cover finished today or tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of lines.
You can't rush quality. I'm not trying to push it through, but since we're on the topic, Call Sign Orion. I've been getting on streams talking about it. We've got 4 completed pages.
Nice.
Hopefully got an announcement soon with the trade card. Don't want to talk too much about that just yet, but it's going to be epic. It's a space adventure 1,000 years in the future. Follows basically a Navy SEAL team. They rescue hostages, save the girl, save the world. All the classic tropes we love. Should we put a trailer up there for everybody?
Sure.
Yeah.
You got a trailer?
I'll go ahead and let me go ahead and put that up here.
Awesome. I love trailers.
Give me a second here. There we go.
Sounds like Doug is a catcher.
Send that
of
up
cancellation.
Of cancellation.
Yeah, there you go. You need that pause there.
Where's that trailer at?
Let me send it up here.
music.
Dude, that bass dropped like a 90s techno.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It drop,
Love
the
it.
bass drop.
Yeah.
Shamelessly
That's
90s cool. But that's the whole book. That's the whole look and
That's
feel
some-
of it.
That's some good art.
I know. I got just saying.
Yeah, who did it? Who did it? Who did
I
it?
don't
Someone
know.
kicked it up a notch for that book. Like they were having fun or something.
I was having fun on that one. I don't get to do a lot of sci-fi, like
Yeah.
spacey things. I don't get the
Yeah.
chance to do a lot of that. It took a while to, for us to get to that point, but
It was worth the wait.
yeah.
It's
So
well worth the wait. The ship designs are cool. Again, got a lot of good compliments on it when I was on Creators Outlet. Oh, and by the way, it's edited by someone you've heard of. It goes by the name of Mike Barron.
Oh,
Yes,
I know
Mike
that
Barron.
gentleman. Yeah.
Yeah, this happens to be the first comic book script I've ever written, and then he read my first draft and gave me the best backhanded compliment I've ever received, which was, "It's no worse than the bleep Marvel and DC are currently publishing."
That's a good starting point.
Yeah. So it's crap, but it's professional level crap. And then he made it even better, and we went over a few drafts, and now it's like a kick-ass comic book. So I can't wait. To
it's
make it
crap,
happen.
but it's professional crap.
It's professional. It was done seriously. You get the stern
Yeah.
face.
Gruesome, we are totally
Yeah.
nerds.
We are the biggest nerds. This is nerd bacon. Come on now.
Yeah, dude. I'm a 6'4" nerd.
I'm not
I'm
a
gonna
diddle
go-
man.
Get you guys a link to the sign-up page too. I'll put it in the comments before we head out. Take a second here.
Have you guys seen that clip of Always Sunny, where Danny DeVito comes in? It's like, it's all bloody. He's like, we gotta write a new song. We got a new song. Goes like this. Don't diddle kids. It's not good to diddle kids. And then he goes, pretty sure writing a song about diddling kids is a surefire way for people to believe that you diddle kids.
Right.
When he said diddleman, that's all I could think of was that.
Yeah, dude. Like that was very huh? Diddle, man.
Yeah, funny stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys. Anyway, RJ, working on a book. When is there a sign up for that?
Yeah, I'm actually pulling it up right now. I gotta join the chat so then I could post it in the comments.
Yeah, get your thing
Coming up
going
in a
there.
second here.
All right. When is this going live? Do you know when you're wanting to do this
It
live?
really honestly depends on when we get people to sign up for it. The sooner the better. I'm hoping to get a good amount of people before November, before things get too nuts. But yeah, go ahead and get
Yeah,
yourself.
November.
Did that link go through?
It did. I see it.
You
Yeah,
see it in
there
the
it is.
chat? Okay. It's giving
Substack.
me- Substack. Substack is easy email list. But yeah, go ahead and be one of the first.
Substack.com.
Go ahead and be one of the first 50 to get on the email list. You'll get some free merch. So
Oh, nice.
don't miss out.
Mike pretty much said the same thing to me 2 years ago. Mike is such a good guy. Speaking of
Yeah.
Mike, here let's show this one off here, guys. Check this out. I love Mike.
Hey, folks, Mike Barron here. Every time we do a crowdfunder, we place it on Fund My Comic because Luke Stone is a great guy. He's a stand-up guy. And most importantly, Fund My Comic is very comic creator friendly. They won't kick you off if some purple-haired freak writes in and tells them to kick you off. His fees are also very low. I recommend Fund My Comic for any comic or graphic novel projects you intend to do.
Done only the way Mike Barron could do.
Yeah.
Some purple-haired freak.
Yeah. That's exactly how he talks.
Yeah, dude. I love the fact that whenever I stream with Mike, he asks me if I'm an artist, which makes me feel very like unmemorable. He was like, Pedro, you an artist? Like, yeah, Mike, we know each other for a while. You've seen my stuff several times. And yes, I'm an artist.
Time to run.
Good stuff. Yep, it's time to go, guys.
Yeah.
Have fun in the chat if you guys want to. Weirdo.
Weirdo.
Got weird stuff going on over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check out that book. Sign up for that. Hopefully we'll be going live eventually on that one. It's going to be a great book. It's a good story. It's fun.
Yeah.
Lots of blowing stuff up and
fighter jets, babes,
cool heroes,
explosions.
yeah.
What's not to like?
Yeah.
Yep.
way
It's good stuff. Guys, remember, it's really easy to tear things down. It's really easy to be negative out there. It's really hard to be positive. As Randy says, hating ain't creating.
That's right.
Yep. Build up more than you tear down. Leave that wood pile higher than you found it. And by all means, my friends, please be careful out there.
Have a good.
Let's be careful out there. Let's be careful out there. We had a 187 at the 7-Eleven on the corner of 4th and Main. Two Caucasians of the male persuasion put a bullet through the cashier's brain. Moving on, I see it 211, half a dozen 459, 218 W's a GTA, and several miscellaneous fines.